Today is the day that we cut the ginger, and I'm very excited because I've been waiting for this moment. So what you're going to need is ginger, a cutting board, a sharp knife, some alcohol for disinfecting, and some paper towels. So what I'm going to do is put on my gloves and wipe down everything. I'm going to be cutting the ginger and then placing them on this cleaned table to heal. And so what I mean by that is once we cut it, there's going to be an open spot on the rhizome, so the root. So what we want to do is let the air dry that before we put it in water, and it might mold or go funky. So with that being said, we do call this a ginger root. This is actually a rhizome. The roots will come from it, much like a bulb. So yeah, the more you know. Let's get to cleaning. Okay, what I'm looking at here is a very beautiful chunk of ginger rhizome, right? And you can plant this and go. However, because it's a little bit colder climate here, we're going to give it the chance to sprout to us putting it in the dome. So looking at this, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of take the obvious parts apart. So we're gonna separate these guys. And then looking at our piece here, it's so beautiful, and you can kind of see these eyes, or they look like they're about to grow. So that is, I want 2 to 3 on there a piece. So looking at this piece, I can tell that there's 1, 2, 3 pieces of the rhizome that I'm going to separate to become its own plant. Now clean cuts are better. You don't want to saw at it. If you need to kind of pinch it open, that's going to be okay. So you can see it has an open wound, and we're just going to let that heal over. And here I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 eyes. So there's 9 potential on that one to sprout. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're looking pretty good. And I like these chunks, knowing the space that I have in the dome. I want these chunks to be a little bit bigger for better outcome, just like a potato. So yeah, so what I'm doing, what I'm looking at here, and this is for those of you, my cannabis friends that are still following, the way that you cut a clone. So you have to look at the plant and know that its basic energy source is coming up, and then there's going to be arms coming off, right? There's going to be new growth coming off. So when I look at this, to me, this was the very first. This was the very first part, and then all of this grew from this. So I would take this and this off very, very, very first. Also noting that this part actually does have its own islets. So this is where most of the hormones are gonna be for it able to sprout. This is established. So in taking these two off, I'm going to go ahead and just remove those and let this piece be its own. So now you have two individuals. So now look at this one. This is where its main energy source is coming from. So this is a good one to cut off. This is also a good one to cut off. My general rule is I'm looking at structure and size. I don't want that very much smaller than my thumb. This one's teetering on that, but that's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and take those off now. So now the main energy stalk has 3 islets. So there's 3 things I'm looking for: size, structure, and islets. I want no more than 5 islets and no less than 3. So that's what I'm looking at. This one's good to go. This one now, that arm off of that main piece has 3 islets, good to go. This one, if you wanted to take this piece, you could. If not, these other ones, these also have more established islets. So I'm gonna say go ahead and take these 2 off. Please keep in mind there's no wrong way to do this. This is all an experiment. Again, I want to say this is not a how-to video as how much as what I am doing. We are experimenting together. So if you have any thoughts or comments on this, please leave it in the comment section below.
Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe and share this video. If you would like to see the Grow Sisters' next ginger video on how to sprout ginger, the next step after this video, please click the link right here. Love you guys.